Hey everyone, it's Wigton back on another video, and today we have Jonathan. We are going to be testing him out. I had him 6-starred for a while now due to someone actually redeeming the build out of Jonathan here, and I'm very glad he got a rework because he is massive now for a lot of content. So we're going to be testing him out, just briefly running some simple tests just to see how good he really is and how good has he compared to the previous version of him. Let's jump into it. So there's a few things when I'm thinking about Jonathan and what areas of the game he's going to fit into. First off, we have this shield here, which is 20% of his max HP upon the release of an enemy area ability. So right here, I've got 21k HP as well as 95% focus. Those are the two primary stats I'm looking for. His damage does scale off of HP, so we're going to want to stack that up. I do not have a lot of HP on him. Honestly, I haven't really moved a ton of gear around to get an insane amount of HP. He's also got revival set here. But this shield's going to shield for about 4k HP, which is about 40% of some of my damage dealer's HP. This basic is huge. Unhealable for 2 turns is massive for Queen, so we're going to try him out there. This second skill, which is really unfortunate that it's bonus turn at the end of the round, because oftentimes it'll mess up the turn order where you're going to want Jonathan to go at a specific time to land the unhealable for Queen. So it's just awkward with this skill, honestly. I'd wish it was a bonus turn immediately. Then the ultimate here, and then this is another skill I'd like to try in Arena. So I'd like to try him in Arena and Queen today, just to see kind of the impact of defense down with Windstreaks, because oftentimes when I'm using Windstreaks, I have to use the stun spell to stun the enemy Windstreaks, or I just don't really care to bring up the focus. So having this attack down and defense down will be nice on Jonathan, because I want as much speed as on Windstreaks as possible. But there's some other counters in some other characters I'll be testing out in the next few days that I also want to try. But that being said, let's jump into Queen 14 here. And I want to test out a specific comp. So previously, I was just trying out a few comps here. And I think that what I'm going to try here is Yolanda plus Jonathan. Now, this comp is quite difficult to run because your Santis needs a lot of surviving stats. However, with Jonathan here, we should be all right because we can just go straight for the boss and actually survive with Jonathan's passive as well as the basic unhealable. And this works much better than Urzag, because Urzag, if you just put him on basic only, yes, he's going to imply that unhealable, but that's all he's offering. Jonathan here offers the shield as well as the unhealable, which will be excellent in killing off the boss. There are some other characters that you can use in this slot, something like a Rujago here, and try to use that, but it's just not going to work out too great. So we're trying out this one, and we hope that the shield from Jonathan is going to keep Santis alive, but honestly, Jonathan might take a ton of damage and might die himself. We might have to re-gear him. But I just wanted to run a brief test just to see the actual surviving stats that you're getting on our Santis due to Jonathan's shield. So we're just going to let this play out a little bit here. And for those of you that don't know, Virgil's passive was actually changed from a 20% damage hit to the boss to a 5% damage hit. So I would like to upgrade my Queen comp because the Virgil comp is no longer as good as it once was, which is really, really unfortunate, to be honest. But, you know, it is what it is. So hopefully this Jonathan can work out for us with the unhealable. I do not know if it will, but you can see there the base or the passive will continuously apply from the side adds join attacks and the AoE attacks, because it's no cooldown. It's just whenever an enemy launches a area-wide effect. So this is massive. It might keep even Zatlux alive here due to just the massive amount of shield. You can see Jonathan has a perma shield on the allies. It's absolutely massive. Again, boom, another shield. So you're going to have a constant shield up with Jonathan. It is absolutely huge. And this is literally pretty much one of my first runs here with Jonathan. I'm already impressed at how survivable my team is, because at this point, without Jonathan, I'm sure many of you all have seen on the stream, I would have already lost Zatlux, or at least procced the guard from Yolanda. Santis would be about 50% HP. Yolanda would be no problem here, and Urzag would probably be very close to dying as well, just because of how much damage he'd be taking. Let's see here. There's the AoE coming in. We're going to get hit hard, but there's the Jonathan passive proccing yet again. The boss is going to start removing our buffs here, which could cause a slight problem. I believe right here she's going to have enough buffs to start removing them. Not quite. It'll be next turn. I was wondering if there was a hidden buff right behind that we didn't know about. But there's the AoE again. We're going to proc Jonathan's passive yet again. And if, let's say, I had an extra 10k HP on him, which is very easy to do when you're talking about going for Queen 14, an additional 10k HP is nothing at all because 30k HP should be easily obtainable. You're going to shield for 6k damage, which is insane every single time you're getting hit here. So not only are you getting the inhealable, but you're also getting the extra tanky stats, and it looks like this is going to be a success. Not going to jinx it like I always do, but I definitely see this going ahead and winning here. Even with the AoE that the Queen actually dispels buffs with, it actually procs Jonathan's passive as well, which is absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. There's the other refresh of the shield. And look, our characters are taking hardly any damage. Even Zalix is super survivable here. And we've been running this recording for about 3 minutes, which is, again, pretty crazy. So there we go. And this should be done hopefully next turn. I don't know if the Queen's shielding skill is up yet or not. But wow, just absolutely insane. And for those of you that are struggling with some of your stats, I mean, look at this. We are insanely tanky here with Jonathan's passive. So if you're struggling with Queen 14 or Queen 12, Jonathan will slot in magnificently. And even if you're running Queen 12, Jonathan will be huge for Queen 12. Maybe I'll do a dedicated video for Jonathan in Queen 14 and Queen 12 because he is going to be massive for both of those, I think. Especially for Queen 12 for you early game players who are struggling getting through the boss's damage. Remember, the ads also proc Jonathan's passive, which is absolutely just insane. I don't know what else to say about it. That being said, let's go ahead and just re-gear him for a little bit of speed, make sure he's going to be up to par with Winstrex, and let's see what kind of things he can do in Arena. So real quickly, I'll just go ahead and showcase the gear of the units I'm going to be using in Arena. The build is obviously not great at all, just 220 speed, 72% focus. No really upgraded pieces here. I'm just running some gear on him so we can test them out for the purpose that we'd be using him. Nathalia is well geared though. She's got max crit rate, 306% crit damage, 137 speed, and 5.1k attack. Then we have Valeria geared out, and she's going to have the Avarice set as well as 275% crit damage and 4.5k attack. So we're going to go ahead and run them in Arena here, and then just select a comp. Let's refresh here. Let's go after, sure, let's just go after something random. Let's go for this one. Why not? And then we can go ahead and run the stun spell, and we can go ahead and run, I guess we can run, not the defense down. I don't really care for the defense down here. Let's go for the rage for perhaps a second turn here on the second round. So we're going to run Valeria. Then we're going to run Nathalia, Jonathan, and we're going to run Winstrex. So again, the reason why I say that this could be useful is William's defense down is not guaranteed, so I never really wanted to use him, but Jonathan's is, and Winstrex will oftentimes have to stun another opponent. For example, Yolanda here, we can just go ahead and use our stun, and then we don't have to worry about the defense down because we will get it with Jonathan. So you'll see here, well, actually, Vance will take an extra turn because of how insane Vance is. I completely forgot about that, but we'll have a video on Vance soon enough. But there's the defense down and attack down for everyone. And let's go ahead and just burst out everyone, see what kind of damage we can do. Look at the healing from Vance as well. He is absolutely absurd. I guess I heavily underrated Vance here, but I guess we kind of got the point across with what we're trying to do with Jonathan. Let's go ahead and run an easier one because Vance just absolutely annihilated us with... I completely forgot that he's going to get a bunch of bonus turns with Rage when you get positive effects, and Winstrex just completely annihilated us. So I'll be back in one moment. Alright, so we're going to jump into a different battle here. This one with Bran, Corrupt Aurak, Hakron, and I forgot who the fourth one is. We're going to try it again. And let's see here. Oh, we got stunned. Oh, Corrupt. All right. This is just the perfect video here. Well, We can go ahead and run the stun spell, same as always, and then just go ahead and use the ultimate. So we're still going to get the defense down on everyone except for Blackhorn here. And we're not going to have Nathalia's buffs, which is a big problem. But we should be able to go ahead and speed up the second round, assuming no one gets stunned and completely annihilated. There's the silence. Ooh, that's brutal. This is just not working out for us today, eh? These team comps are just too good. So let's see here. We can go ahead and rage up with Nathalia, and we'll have the defense down. Let's see how much damage we can do. So not bad. We ended up killing Brand, but Hakron's still alive. So looks like that's going to be a loss as well. Corrupt Orak getting that stun out is really quite unfortunate, but should have expected it. So it's unfortunate that you can't really run Windstreaks generally in Arena anymore with Godfreys, with Vances, with Corrupt Orak, all of these crazy characters. We can go ahead and try one more here against the Lydia Lightwing Zac comp, but with Lydia's buffs too, it's a little concerning because she could have a 65% dodge rate, which is absolutely massive too. So let's go ahead and just try this out. We're going to go ahead and ult here. Don't have to worry about someone cutting in because Jonathan's going to go next. Looks like Yolanda is going to have a turn, so we're going to go ahead and stun her and then just get the defense down. Hopefully they don't resist it in the back. Yolanda did end up resisting it, and Zac got a bonus turn and stunned her Nathalia, so we're going to lose this one as well. But oh my goodness. It's very difficult to run. Ooh, we actually ended up killing both of those in the back. Not bad at all. So Lydia's going to one-shot us. I'm very impressed, actually. I did not expect us to actually kill off the two in the back. I guess we had a lot of damage here, but we lost our other two characters. This is going to be a loss. So it's just the defenses, I guess, with the Windstreaks and there's just too many counters to a Windstreaks burst comp. It's going to be very difficult to run it. As I mentioned, Vance will be a counter to it. Corrupt Orak will throw you off every once in a while. Dark Nick could be a problem. And Godfrey and Light Zac are going to be a problem as well. So probably not the best thing to run, but it was fun to try out. And I think it could be viable earlier on in the game, but once you reach the higher end of Arena, we ended up dropping quite a bit, but once you end up the higher end of Arena here, then it's going to end up being a struggle to use any sort of burst comp with how much strong defensive teams are out there. But let me know what you all think about Jonathan, because I think he's absolutely massive for PvE, especially for your early game Queen comps. I think that he could be viable in Ashe, maybe not Ashe 14, but definitely Ashe 12. So if you want to have me make a specific video on Queen 12, Queen 14, Jonathan, let me know in the comments down below. And that being said, I'll see you for the next one.